Al Jazeera Podcasts.
I'm David Enders, and this is The Take. As Israel's war on Gaza, Lebanon, and Syria continues, we're coming to you on Sundays with a weekly roundup. This week, 16 days into a ceasefire, Israel has killed at least 93 Palestinians in Gaza. U.S. officials pressured Israel to continue with the ceasefire. Israeli settlers attacked Palestinian farmers in the occupied West Bank. Today is Sunday, October 26. Israel has killed more than 68,519 Palestinians in Gaza since October 7, 2023. On Saturday, Israel launched attacks in Gaza inside the area from which its troops have withdrawn under the first phase of the ceasefire. At least one Palestinian was killed. Al Jazeera's Hani Mahmoud reported from Gaza City.
In what looks like a breach of an already fragile ceasefire, Israeli drones struck a vehicle in Nusayrat refugee camp. The attack left at least one person killed, as confirmed by the statement released by the Israeli military. This is not the first time we're seeing the violation of the ceasefire. Over the past 2 weeks, it's close to 88 violations of the ceasefire involving the killing of displaced families trying to get back to their homes, but they don't have any other options left for them, as 2 years of relentless bombardment have left many of the areas across the Gaza, particularly in Gaza and the north, completely flattened, with power grid and water network completely destroyed and shattered.
As Hamas continues to return the bodies of dead Israeli captives, Israel has returned the bodies of 195 Palestinians to Gaza. Many bear marks of torture and execution, and not all can be identified. On Wednesday, Al Jazeera's Tareq Azzoum reported on a mass burial in Deir al-Balah in central Gaza.
For days, Palestinian families have been gathering inside Nasser Hospital, desperate for a glimpse, a clue, a piece of fabric that might confirm what they have already feared. One by one, body bags were opened. Mothers, fathers, and siblings searched for any sign, a scar, a ring, a shoe, anything that could bring closure. Forensic teams here are trying to identify them with almost no equipment, no functioning laboratories, and barely enough light to work under. On this day, 54 of the unidentified bodies left the hospital for burial. In this land of widespread loss, even the act of saying goodbye has become a privilege.
On Wednesday and Thursday, U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance visited Israel. He was followed on Friday by Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Al Jazeera's Nour Odeh reported from Amman. Al Jazeera is reporting from Jordan because it has been banned from Israel and the occupied West Bank.
Some media reports in Israel indicate the Trump administration doesn't trust that Netanyahu doesn't want to return to war, doesn't want to break that ceasefire, and so they're keeping up the pressure. For all the diplomatic speak and the talk about the friendship and the alliance between Israel and the United States, the fine print says a different story. There are many disagreements. Israel wants a lot of things to be resolved before it can move to phase 2, and it has a long list of objections that the American administration is growing impatient with. An unnamed American official was cited by Israel's Channel 12 as saying Netanyahu is walking a tightrope with Trump. This ceasefire needs to proceed.
Also on Wednesday, Israel's parliament advanced a plan to annex the occupied West Bank. This comes against the backdrop of increased attacks by Israeli settlers on Palestinians trying to harvest olives there. More than 150 attacks have occurred against farmers this season. Here's Al Jazeera's Nida Ibrahim.
For years, settlers have attacked during the harvest season in the occupied West Bank. Now, they're more organized, more systematic. They torch vehicles, beat farmers, destroy the fruit and the trees, sometimes steal. International activists who come to help are not spared either. This year, Palestinians renewed the call for activists to join their harvest, hoping for some protection and to expose the violence. And that's why Israel's deporting them, they say. Israeli forces accused 30 activists assisting Palestinian farmers in Burin near Nablus of working in a closed military zone, an accusation the activists deny. For Palestinians, the message is clear: leave or face further violence.
And that's The Take for Sunday, October 26. Please join us again tomorrow. This episode was produced by me, David Enders. Our sound designer is Alex Roldan. Alexandra Locke is The Take's executive producer, and Ney Alvarez is Al Jazeera's head of audio.